I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Butte County Board of Commissioners to order. At this point in time, I'm going to call on Brother Lear Walker to say the invocation and the pledge of flag.
Heavenly Father, Lord Master, we thank you for this day, God, for all the many blessings of life, Lord. I thank you, Lord, for each one that's represented here tonight, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that you just watch over these young folks, God. Just keep them in your hand, Lord, and bless them, Lord. We just pray for this meeting. Everything that's said and done will be done according to your will. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item on the agenda tonight is approval of minutes. We had a December 1st regular meeting, a December 1st closed session meeting, we had a December 29th call meeting, and a December 29th closed session meeting. Could I give the commission just a couple minutes to review your minutes if you'd like to, and then we'll ask for a motion.
Make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to approve the minutes.
We have a motion by Commissioner Dixon. Do we have a second? Second by Commissioner Street. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. First item on the agenda is, we've got a group of young men with us tonight, which is the 2015 12U Midget All-Star Champions. Champions, that's exactly right. This group of boys were 8-0 this year in All-Star play in 2015. The 2015 GRPA District 2 12U Midget Champs, 2015 State 12U Midget Football Champs, and they won the 2015 Dixie All-Star Classic and the 67th Annual Mickey Capturack Bowl in Waycross. These boys started as a team when they were 8, and as a team, over the last 4 years, they've won 2 state title championships and have lost less than 6 games in total to play together. We're going to have a special recognition for these boys. Before we do that, I'm going to call on Sean, our rec director, maybe to say a couple words if you'd like to. And we
Stand
have
up,
some coaches here, sir.
I can stand up right here?
Yes, that'd be fine, whatever you'd rather do.
I first like to thank our county, the commissioners. Without y'all, none of this happens. They don't get to go out and do the things they enjoy. I mean, this is a great group of kids, a great group of coaches, and man, they got a great group of parents. I mean, from the time I was 15, I was actually coaching 10U. I watched them on one of the field. Very special group. Look forward to seeing these kids winning more and more state championships, not only in football, but basketball. They're good in the classroom. I love them. I love everybody that's part of this, and I just thank you. I mean, it's a special group for me, and it's been an honor to watch them play. So I think the coaches would like to say a little something. I know Pat's got something he'd like to read, and if we've got a little bit of time, is that okay?
Yeah, we have a couple minutes.
But thank you, boys.
I'd like to say something. Most of you don't know me. I'm Stetson Bennett. I grew up in the big city of Jessup, Georgia. Blackshear, Georgia is my home now. 4 years ago, the rec equipment was atrocious. I moved over here and I told Sean, I said, there's no way in the world I would put these kids in these helmets. I believe that Herschel Walker might have played with one of those helmets. Had like one bar across here, and I mean, it was not safe. And the county came up with a significant amount of money. And I just want to report, since that amount of money has been spent, I know there's been 2 state championships won with these young men. And then another one with another 3 state championships, and 3, I know we've won 3 of those turkey bowls, Calumet bowls, and so the money was well spent, and I just wanted to tell y'all, thank you very very much. Looking for a text for Pat here.
I got it. If I could just get through it, I don't know if I can get through it.
Oh, okay. But a great group of kids, a great group of parents, and just wanted to tell y'all, thank you very much.
I'm gonna try and get, this comes from a text, a kid that is not here tonight, but he is a product of what y'all been able to do for us as a director and as us as coaches. This comes from a 13-year-old after we won the state championship this year. And excuse me if I get emotional, because it really makes me emotional. I first thank Jesus. Then I thank you guys. I've been in Pierce County for 4 years. I won 2 state championships, but I went to 3 years in a row to the state championship. I can't, or the team can't have better coaches than you guys. I've enjoyed these chapters. Now I'm ready for high school, and I bet the rest of the team is too, talking about these guys right here. I wish I had one more season. Y'all made this a great experience and path, and I thank you guys, and I love all of you. But not only that you've helped me, it's the love and the time you guys spent with me and this team when you could have been doing your job, but you've made this a job, and I love it. That comes from a 13-year-old to my little old flip phone. That's the first time I've probably read it that I have not cried. So what y'all do for these kids, not only these kids, this is just an exceptional group of kids, but for the other 200 that do, we appreciate it. We appreciate this guy right here more than y'all ever do. He spends way too much time doing this job, but he loves it. And y'all did a good job when y'all got this guy in here. My tenure of this from this bunch of kids, and my son been there from 8-year-olds, ended. We're going on to the next level, middle school and high school. But there's somebody else like Stetson and I that are coming up. And the more that y'all can do to help them, the better off this young group of men and girls and all that we have that represent this county is doing well, and I appreciate everything y'all do.
The bigger the rec department is, the smaller the prisons are.
We do appreciate this group of young men. They represent Pierce County well at the local level, the district level, and right up to the state level. We do thank you for it. We're young men, not boys, they're men, but they're getting grown, for sure.
Yeah, that's a man that sent a 12-year-old sent
There you go.
He's a 300-time
He's a
pound.
big
Well,
He's a man. He's a young man. A fine man that y'all, I mean, he came here from another county that he didn't have opportunities.
There you go.
And it's just, we had to be the one that were able to be when the kids sent you something like that.
We do appreciate it. What we'd like to do tonight is we've got a proclamation we'd like to give each participant, player, and we'd like to read it first to you. It says a proclamation to the Pierce 12U Midget All-Star Football Champions Day, which is Thursday, January the 7th, 2016. Whereas the youth of Pierce County Recreation Department All-Star 12U Midget Football Team won the GRPA 2nd District Class C Championship and won the State 12U Midget Championship, Georgia Recreation and Parks Association State Champion, and GRPA 2nd District Champion. And then naturally we've got the names of every player and the coaches to follow up. Whereas the spirit and enthusiasm for athletic competition will be lifted by the recognition of the achievement of our county. And whereas our young people will see and hear of this honor, fueling their desire to achieve the same kind of excellence. And whereas local citizens, businesses, and organizations will recognize Pierce County Recreation for its commitment to young people, and these special young people of Pierce County for their dedication, commitment, and excellence in their area of sport. Now therefore, in full appreciation for the amazing accomplishment attained by the youth of this county, they brought to each member of the county by their perseverance and performance in the 2015 football season, we proclaim that January the 7th, 2016, be known as Pierce Football Champions Day, and call upon the citizens of this community to observe this day in a proper manner, honoring these young people on this 5th day of January in the year of our Lord, 2016. And we'll sign that. What we would like to do tonight is we want to give each player a copy of this proclamation to the Pierce County Board of Commissioners. And we'd like to do that now, and we're going to actually call you up, I think. And come on, Sam, what do you got here?
Not all.
Come on, both of y'all. Let's kind of line up right here. And what we'll do is we'll call your name, and then we'll get, I'll go here outside the way, we'll get
What
ready.
if I call them up? and leave them?
Well, that'll be all right, but I can call by the name of this paper, and then you can tell us what their real name is. First of all, we want to call up here Mr. A.J. Stakey.
Hey,
A.J. Stakey.
that's one.
All right, let me shake hands. Jerry, you got, thank you, sir, we appreciate it, we sure do. Y'all don't get off far now, because when we finish, we're gonna get you over there and take a picture. Okay. Next one on our list is David Linton. J-Dog.
Glad y'all.
Touchdown.
There you go, Mr. Linton, thank you very much, appreciate it. All right, next one right here, this is a good one, T-Bonnie. Mr. Bruton, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Mr. Denarius Johnson. All right, we'll come back to him later. Mr. Brent Johnson. All right.
You can tell these boys ain't big and sexy, they're big and horse.
There you go, that's right. Mr. Tristan Turner.
ETT.
Me too. Congratulations. Zach Dunn.
That's not here.
All right. Dayton Baker.
Take this on.
All right. Luke Bennett.
There he is.
Mr. Spencer Woodcock.
Spencer's not here.
Okay. Timothy Felton.
Timothy's here.
All right. Those are helpful. All right. Mr. Rue Rozier.
Rudy's not here.
All right. Malik Chandel.
Malik's not here.
All right. Dawson Yarber.
Dawson's here.
Yes, he is.
That's Jelly.
There you go. Yeah. Tommy Young.
He's not here.
All right. Knox Bennett.
Keep 42 yards.
Pat Bennett.
Very percent.
Ty Little.
Good answer.
Ethan Taylor. Ethan Taylor. Danny Butcher.
Don't remember that.
There you go.
People do great things.
Asher Harris.
They all.
Pierce Carey. Rashad Green.
He's not here. Let's go to, Skylar. Skylar Taylor.
Did I skip that? I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. He's the last one on stage. And then we go to discussion.
Yeah, we'll take just a minute to recognize Coach Michael Carey. We got Mr. Bennett here, we know about him. We got Mr. Stetson Bennett. Coach Shinnick.
These are our two ball boys.
These are brothers to,
All right. Congratulations.
give them the date on y'all's honor. That's pretty special.
There you go.
Y'all don't give too many days, do you, Commissioner?
They've been giving more and more though.
Hey, you keep right on us. Thank you, guys. We appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all.
Y'all welcome to stay on that, whatever y'all need to do. Somebody may have some other practice. For those of us here, this will be
I gotta put on the shelf. I need one for the, paper.
Next item, number 2 on the agenda, we have department head Bill Rhodes, the council session. Here this night, discussion on reappointing Jerry Davis to the Pierce County Board of Assessors for a 2-year term.
Wonder why this is a 2-year term, 2011, board passed staggered terms, that way no assessor comes up, each one comes up every year. After this, it will be a 6-year. As far as Mr. Davis, I had spoken to him, he said he was ready to serve the county.
Thank you, Mr. Bill. Do I have a motion that we appoint Mr. Jerry Davis to a 2-year term?
I'll make a motion.
Motion
Second.
back and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Guy. Thank you, Mr. Bill. Next item on the agenda is the election superintendent has submitted the 2016 qualifying fees. I'll go over those right quick. These are a fixed fee that has been set for the candidates running for offices. The clerk of the Superior Court is $1392.25. County Commission District 1 and 3 is $187.56. County Coroner, $72. County Surveyor is $15. Sheriff is $16.40. Tax Commissioner, $1392.25. Board of Education District 1 and 3, $126. The Magistrate Court Judge and the Probate Court Judge, $1392.25. Do I have a motion that we approve these qualifying fees set for 2016? Motion, do we have a second? We have a second, Mr. Street. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much.
I don't want to break the system here, but did I say something here for just 1 second before, next was department head, right?
Yeah, department head program.
Okay, all right, before it gets to yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I'd like to say is for the people that live out in District 2, or Mr. Michael and those that are hearing reference to it, it's called Ford, we call it the Ford Road Crossing. That's, most people know it as that, but it's actually County Road 351, which was supposed to be down for 2 days while they did the resurfacing on the crossing itself. And through the manager and some phone calls, I'd like to say that this has been put off until, and the chairman as well, this has been put off until late summer, and it probably won't be, it probably, I'm just speaking out of turn here, but it probably won't be then, because when these super games come in, they don't come back, so maybe we won't have a problem with that crossing. And I know, and something else that we're working on for you guys, I know it's tragic out there, and here again, the chairman and Mr. Leonard and Matt and the chairman and the manager, I mean. And so we're working on this now to try to find a way to get through there so that if there is an emergency and something comes up, there is a route out of there. This has been an ongoing issue, and I'm going to get with Michael Jacobs, like I say, with Matt Carter here, he's with the IDA and development and other stuff. We did, so you'll be aware, all of us did go out and ride this little road beside railroad tracks. But what takes place there is the liabilities and stuff, and the railroad don't want somebody to get out there and get hurt, and we were going to refurbish the road, and the manager and the chairman has already worked on fixing the holes out there where it'd be accessible. But that is small in reference to trying to pass. That's 1 mile and 5/10 of road that comes up. You got 1 mile to Ace Hole, and then you have like 3/10 on up to Midway Church Road. So here again, to make a long story short, we're working on that. We're planning on a meeting for Tuesday with everybody to see, and the manager and Mr. Roberts, who works with the roading and numbering and such as that with the roads and houses, we're going to get with him, but they think they found the route, and we were showing it to the chairman earlier tonight, and if we can get this worked out, we'll have this road, and we can get permission from the individual to use that as an access, not as an access for each and every day, but in emergency should something happen, because we don't want to forget, when it warms up, we've seen this already. These trains, if they've got a hot break, they're going to put fires out. And it don't happen, supposedly, but it does happen. But should something take place like that, then we don't want everybody to be stuck on one side and not be able to get out. So I want all of you to know that we are working on this, and we're going to try to come up with something. And we'll keep you posted as to what's going on, and let you know what we find out, so, for everybody. But like I say, don't worry about your crossing, and I've had several residents call me, Mr. Chairman, and they said the road's the best it's ever been. They don't want to mess with it now. So y'all be aware that that's what's going on, and like I told you the last time I was here, that I'll do everything I can to make it better for you, and we're going to try to keep it that way too. So maybe we can get something done. All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll let you.
We appreciate that report, and you will continue to see updates and development on that. The fourth item is the county manager. That one item on the agenda, we've got some more conversation there. Didn't you have a couple other things you want to mention, or was that it?
No, that's on the, that's all we want to mention. But we do want to talk about that. I think y'all are aware that we have a need for an excavator, a mini excavator, and we're in the process of, we've had about 3 or 4 of them already on site for demonstrations, and the staff time to get used to them and operate them. But we're waiting on one more. So at this time, we're just letting y'all know that we're in the market. We're going to put this out for bid to try to get us a mini excavator to handle drainage issues that come up across the entire county. And we're hoping that the commission will see fit to let us staff that with the equipment and personnel necessary to work on shooting the ditches throughout the county and making sure that they're all draining correctly, and also resetting pipes and putting in pipes where they're needed. So at this time, this is just to notify you that we're in the process, and at the next meeting, hopefully we can bring you the information that we compiled, and so y'all can make a decision. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That concludes our agenda. Closed session is not necessary tonight. Does, as far as the board, the commission have any other business they'd like to touch on tonight, or
Was the repairs done on Treaty Road and Walkerville Road?
repairs have been done on Walkerville Road?
The repairs have been done, Mr. Chair, Mr. Commissioner, on Walkerville. They will strike that one. That's the last part of that particular project needs to be done. And then the Trudy Road has 2 areas that should be starting. I talked to them right before we left last week, and it should be starting shortly. They've already got the equipment out there. And if you haven't been out there on Walkerville Road, go out there and take a look at that. I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
Hopefully, probably next week, I'll be on the road.
I've had several say they were happy.
The biggest problem I don't know with those curves is the undermining, which is contributed back to the people. We talked around time too about bringing it back, but a bounty on the beaver tails or either, or getting someone in here like we had before, split the county up. But it's an issue that still not seem to be going away.
That beaver situation, I'm gonna readdress that in future.
Well, just a side note on that, Commissioner Dixon, we have talked to Richard Lee, and as y'all all well know, it's been really warm up until last week, and he said the snakes were still out, but they should be in by now. But I look for him to be, we've got a whole list of areas that need his attention, and he will be.
And that's exactly what caused these two issues on both of these. The reason we're spending this money now is because those beavers have undermined those roads.
Well, I'll contact him tomorrow and let you know.
I was just letting you know, even though we're doing work to them to fix them again, that we're gonna be back addressing the same issue. I mean, there's no way to eradicate the beaver. He's good in certain places, but where we got, problems, then we're gonna
Get them going.
Thank you.
All right. All right, I appreciate that.
Chairman, can I ask a question on what you
Yes,
I've
ma'am.
never been to one of these before.
Okay.
I live out to Clark Road in Lake Junior, and I know that there's a road, Howell Road out there, that has not been graded for the last 4 or 5 months.
What's the name of it?
Howell Road,
Howell.
since August of last year. I travel that road 3 or 4 times a week. Several of us out there, and it's under my impression that it's supposed to be on the agenda for next month. But can we not get it graded between now and next month? The graders were just out there last week. And the guy that lives on that road, him and his son live on that road. There's one really bad spot, and when it rains a lot, it's really bad. And people go around, partly on his field right there. He has put up logs on the edge of the road, which is a hazard. I mean, if they move or shift, or, somebody could get hurt. But we really need to resolve this issue. He tried to close this road 7 years ago, probably, and
Okay, we'll call Richard in the morning after the meeting. I'll get your name and number,
Okay.
and your address and all, of this county road.
it's a county-maintained road.
I talked
It
to
has
her.
not been closed. My husband talked with her today.
We'll get with AJ tomorrow.
That
They
day,
sure will.
told me that, next week, or next month, that's already not coming out, so I ain't gonna have something thrown out front of me this way.
We'll address that now, so I'll get your
Is this
information.
the first time this issue's been brought up, or has it been brought up to your attention, Paul?
Yes, it was brought up, and they're correct. I asked AJ to go out and let them know that we are working on that. We had dealt with this about 2 years ago, and it hadn't, progressed to be any worse of an issue. But now, there's a gentleman out there that insists road needs to be closed off. And so that needs to come before the commission. And we were made aware this week of what they are talking about. The gentleman has put some logs or something out on the side of the road. And we discussed it this afternoon, and we will be addressing that with the gentleman and correcting it and making some repairs out
Well, like I said, this is the first time it's been brought to my attention.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will get it fixed tomorrow. We've had run into an issue like this on, another road about 4 or 5 months ago where the man didn't want it graded. This is a county maintained road, sir, I promise you, we get it graded tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that, when my husband last Monday, wasn't it? I think it was, he was off and the grader come by and,
That's when I called, I said, I never called. They said, well, I had to find out. And when I got back.
We'll address that tomorrow, get you an answer, so we'll get your name and number.
okay.
Thank you very much. All right, I appreciate the information. With no other business,